Today, I'm going to make presentation for Asian people uh, regarding how do you think your business transformation with DX, digital transformation. Okay, this material is presented for Japanese company, but I try to explain in English. So some part of this documentation I try to put English in this material. Not all of those, but let me try to explain in English. So maybe you can understand what materials materials is intending to. First of all, I try to going to explain by myself. This is all Japanese, but let me try to explain who I am. My name is Clyde Uno. I was Accenture Japan representative director 2002, 2001, and then I retired 2004. I started my company and I organized outsourcing company for 8 years. Since then, I started Uno School. This is teaching Japanese spirit for students. Also, before 2004, I organized a member of establishing graduate school at Tenchin in China, and for 2 years. And also, I got friendship award from City of Thailand 2007. Now I'm organizing Uno School for training Japanese spirits, and also I doing consulting for overseas business development. Past 5 years, 5 or 6 years, I wrote 37 books, so many books, and now it's try to get in the contents of today's data transformation, how it's going to implement in the company. And my message, first issues the company need to focus on thoroughness of cultural innovation. So you should focus on cultural innovation first with digital transformation. Without this, it's very difficult to get benefit from IT, AI, and sort of any kind of technology implementation. And what is it? This is, I try to say, talk straight and think straight among your company and with your customer, with your people, everything. Originally, I started when I'm working with Accenture. This is their most important, issues they consider. With that kind of, the culture, like digital transformation benefit will be very difficult to get. This picture shows Alibaba, the Alibaba Supermarket, and this is very similar to Amazon Go, and this company established people automated ordering and delivery system. So customer try to order by handy phone, and within 13 kilometers they can deliver those ordered material or the food delivery within 30 minutes. But this kind of sort of things is currently in the States is prevailing right now, and Japan is almost going to start. But this is a point. Chinese company has supremacy comparing with Westerners. What is it? This figure shows 996 and 715. And Alibaba, they're talking about 996. This is 9 in the morning, working until 9 at night for 6 days. This is 996. Of course, this criticized by many people in China, even in China. 715 is also same. Xibei is the Chinese restaurant chain. Xibei. This means this case is companies let's say is vision or mission, and 7 days 15 hours a day. But this is not the intention for forceful work. No, intention is different, not overtime work. Okay, so you need to stick to your business, you stick to your job with how can I say, with concentration and not forcefully. Like I showed the three value is you should have challenge, trust each other, sympathy for your business. And I'm going to explain several examples. Japanese former famous pitcher, he made lots of famous result while he was an active player, and at that time he can see baseball ball like it's like almost stop while he is watching ball. So philosopher said this is zone. Zone means so much concentrated on the ball to hit, so ball looks like a stop. You can see ball looks like a stop, no move. So this so-called zone, so much concentration. Also another case is Csikszentmihalyi. He is a philosopher. He proposed a similar idea. He said flow. Flow is also just sticking to some specific event and time. They can forget time and where he is. Kind of situation is, he said, flow. Also, a Japanese famous philosopher, Kitaro Nishida, and proposed pure experience. Pure experience is the same. If you're going to watch moon, he forget the time and place and just watching moon. So beautiful, so impressed in his mind. Kind of concentration and subject object, every kind is unified. Then he get into nature. Sort of concentration is like Kitaro Nishida said, pure experience. This sort of mental attitude and concentration will going to be trained, so he can much more focus on their business, their work. So actually the company do not force them to work from 9 in the morning till 9 at night or for 6 days, and employees willingly to work and devoting work without forcefulness or overtime work. This is currently in China prevailing many cases. Another issue is IoT or Internet of Things, of course. IoT or AI is not a big transformation. Okay, and looks like sports game they said marginal gain. It means exercise. You can get a little bit improve, and accumulating small, gain will going to be big jump. So this AI, IoT is very similar to kind of, improvement, small gains, finally attaining big transformation. This is okay. Next one is Japanese company. Past several years, they much more focus on IoT AI implementing system, and they say from this data from this AI, they got data, and data will going to provide more better service to the customer. Sort of things they are talking about, but actually, result we can closely see only chasing for business efficiency, not transformation. And you can see this chart. Red circle is America, and blue and dotted one is Japan. Dotted one is Japan in 2013, and blue one is 2017. And left side is just a conservative approach, like just I said, business efficiency or cost reduction. Right side is more aggressive, adopting IT technology for their product and enhance their service. So America is much more oriented for the aggressive approach for IT investment, but Japan is more conservative approach. So we should consider from blue to red, turn red, and we try to get more transformation. This is so-called digital transformation using data to enhance customer advantage instead of cost reduction. Okay. This is one example. We're going to sell the future of customer, or we're going to sell the customer their future. One is digital twin world. This shows picture shows Las Vegas. They're going to prepare one company using Swim.ai. They're going to prepare virtual world, digital twin, virtual world and actual world. The actual they have Las Vegas. They have several thousand signals in this city, and the virtual world can switch those signals depending on the stream of car and people moving around. Then they try to manipulate signals for the digital world, and we can simulate what's happening for actual world. And they just get to know the information 2 minutes earlier than actual traffic happen. So this is currently they are developing now the so-called digital twin. And this also with this close future we can deliver to customer. And many Japanese companies ask me to give them astounding or marvelous idea regarding IoT, AI, deep learning. Many issues they're going to ask me. But this is not data transformation. This is not for advanced IoT and AI implementation. First of all, we must focus on customers' issues, and we try to consider those issues is dirty work. This is not smart. So IoT AI is just only a technology. One example I'm going to explain. Rolls-Royce at their age of 1962, 60 years ago, they started sell their data for customer. It means how many hours they use the engine and how many engine rotation happen, and based on kind of information they are charging for customer. This is they so-called power by the hour, they called it, and they started this kind of system 60 years ago. So selling data, using data for charge customer the fee is not new. So we must consider what's the best way to solve customers' issue. This is the first priority, not only selling the technology. So this is one example is value-added data, how to utilize for the customer. This forklift tractor maker, like forklift is Belgian TVH and Sweden ABB. They established servitization. This is they are going to sell forklift, but actually they are, even if they're selling forklift, but maintenance and problem happen still forever. This company will going to take care of them. Like the other example is tractor maker. John Deere is the same. They are selling tractor. No, not selling tractor. They are selling services, maintenance, upgrade, every kind of fixing. Problem is conducted by John Deere instead of customer. Also, car maker is the same. Like a Tesla, this picture shows Hurricane Dorian, and 2 years ago is landed in the States. At that time, Tesla changed their car, extending their running hour, controlling the system, remote controlling system for the car Tesla sold. Extended more longer hours they can run, while Hurricane Dorian was landed. Same way, General Motors 10 years ago, they could manage GM car they sold, like a stop engine and sort of things. They could do that, but they didn't tell those issues, but actually they could do that. So even if they sold their car, but they can manage, they can handle their car which they sold. Oh, this picture shows Boston Dynamics robot. Recent robot is running and turn around everything using their four legs. So this robot is just recently matured for utilizing the factory. They try to consider for how to build production line. They get info data from using this robot, and this robot is contribute to create computer model for creating data twin, just I explained before. But this robot is still not yet using artificial intelligence. So within a few years later, they're going to adding function for AI and deep learning, so more enhanced capabilities they're going to get. Currently, this robot cannot deliver food delivery to the customer because they cannot. They don't have AI, so they don't have like a map, or they don't have some condition sort of things. But within a few years, wheelchair will going to replacing those kind of robots. Wheelchair will disappear. Now let me try to explain iRobot company iRobot. they are making Roomba is cleaner, room cleaner. But actually, what they are recently what are they doing? The contract with Google, Amazon, Apple, they try to lay out like this picture. They try to lay out living room, kitchen, any location. This house is cleaner. We're going to memory those house layout. So this layout will going to be centralized and get information. What's the best way to design the house and room and what kind of furniture had better be placed. Sort of things they're going to utilize for design house. So now is iRobot is not only cleaning company but also they're contributing for the housing or house construction or how to lay out the house. It's sort of new business they try to get into. This one is not only the I'm going to explain that this is not only the advanced technology. And this Akelon, this Japanese company, is the door key control system, automatic control system. What their remarkable, invention is beforehand implementing this door key control, automatic control is they costed about 10,000 US dollars, but they more simplified down to 200 US dollars. So many companies try to adopt this key control system, and this is not technology. This is just ideas. This is just how to make efficient way to manage those equipment. This one is face recognition. As you know, this China Peace Insurance Company, they try to using face recognition for judgment of the money lent, and also they can make judgment of the interest rate. And how they're going to use this face recognition? This case is obesity. How to measure obesity? And fat person might be high interest rate for lend money. So sort of criteria they are considering. And this is another face recognition, but case is Westerners is very limited to utilize personal information. And the red line is America, Oregon, Portland City committee decided not to utilize face recognition for retailer and restaurant because of those information is private, so they cannot use it. So this will going to kind of issue or decision will expanding Europe and America, but also Japan and also Asian countries. But China is different. China is using 5G, and they try to connecting using IoT, and their government try to control everything. In China, they have several million companies and several billion device and machine. Within a few years, they're going to connect every company, every device, and the government will going to utilize all the information. This is very, strong power for Chinese company, Chinese government. Currently, as you know, Canton Fair, they have spring and autumn convention, and currently they are not physical, convention, in the virtual convention, and this year 25,000 companies joined. But almost every company, they're using YouTube, and they explain the company, the video, and how to make it, and the quality, what the quality is, and product introduction, and also what kind of advantage do they have. So do we know video they are making. But currently just only 25,000. But next few years later, this is going to up to the several million company. We're going to do that similar sort of things in the internet. It's a big set for Westerners countries, and we need to. Democratic country, we can do that. This is a authoritarian country. They can force them to do that. But this is they're using IT, IOT, AI is very easy to do that. So, like America tried to cut them out for dealing business, but we cannot do that. We try to get together with them. They are good advantage for the kind of IT technology in your future. One example I'm going to tell you, like you want to know how to make scissors, and what kind of quality and how much money they need to buy for these scissors, and you try to consider for scissors manufacturing company. Several years later, and this database will go and show you several thousand companies making scissors, and quality and price and delivery timing and so forth. Every kind of information, immediately you can get it. So we can neglect Chinese market, Chinese company, Chinese manufacturing company. This is the reason why I try to explain Canton Fair. This one is the other, free world or democratic country. 2025 IoT device will going to increase in 25 billion. Currently 11 billion, but doubling up within several years. But for example, Manhattan, they can connect in 60 million devices, and but question is, company will going to do it or not? But this is the question. Many companies consider for their company secret, and they worry about leaking secrets. So not all companies will not connecting to the using IoT. So this we don't know how many companies will do it or will not do it. So this is not only technology, because it's a company decision. Okay. The other one is within company, Japanese case, not only Japanese case, but also many companies, their organization is vertical organization. Vertical organization means this head of division, head of group companies, they try to conceal their information within organization, try not to share, because he controls those data by himself. He can manage his position. So not easy to take those words from company or from division, from department. This is the other issues. But Huawei, this chart is 5G IoT market by region, but the other information is Huawei. They try to invest 46 billion US dollars, and until this year end, they are going to implement 1.5 100 1.5 million bases. 1.5 million bases they are going to make for several hundred cities. This is most ahead in the world. Also, another data is showing 2025 they can get economic effect is 3.9 trillion US dollars to 11.1 trillion US dollars. Economic effect will prevail. But anyway, big opportunity we have, but we just consider for the not only IT. We need to consider for organizational barriers. Still, we cannot see take out those walls or not. Vertical organization, I explained. Another issue is in China, the cashless is prevailing. And left graph shows Tencent and Alibaba Alipay. The almost payment is organized by this is old information, but currently they actually organized by online payment. Right side graph is 2015, very old. Now China is, I think, the best company cashless payment. Korea, China, cashless payment. Japan is Germany is very lag behind. So IT is not necessarily, it's not the same as like we cannot consider IT innovation prevailing in China. This is different sort of thing we need to consider. Not the same as China. This one is this one shows personal evaluation, and in China we don't have no privacy, so they can implement IOT AI whatever they want. So Chima Credit creating this is Alibaba Group and financial services company, and they established this kind of tool 5 years ago. They consider for evaluate people 5 ranking, and the best ranking they can get lot of benefit, lot of discount. So people is willingly to input data information for this system. They try to get a better evaluation. But this sort of things this will not be happen for Westerners or Japan. But maybe, for example, one company like a credit service or some other restaurant, hotel or real estate, rent a car, traveling and any kind, they're going to consider for this scoring system, and if they have good information, better performance, customer will have, they give them big discount. Sort of service will going to be happen in future. China is not only one company, but every people try to use this capability. This one is shows this circle graph shows Huawei, Ericsson, Nokia, what's going on 2023, and this shows we have big problems. What is big problem? Like Huawei and Ericsson, Nokia, we should consider two systems. So this is the concept. We try to operate 5G system, and we focus on Huawei just prohibit Huawei equipment only the little bit more than 10 countries out of 150 countries. Even America asked those countries to profit use Huawei. Only 10 plus countries just following America's order. So it means we need to consider the both system utilizing for 5G sort of related system and equipment. This is big burden for company. Now another risks is hacking capability. And 5 years ago, cybersecurity company put on the advertisement for the journal. They made they using Fiat Chrysler company's car, and they try to do the from outside. They try to operate wiper movement, and they cut off the engine. They try to control braking system and wheeling operation. Any kind they show them up operating the car. So immediately Fiat Chrysler, they recalled 1.4 million cars. It means outside person can manage this car. Sort of things they could do that. Also capable to control pacemaker of human heart, and also for diabetes people, insulin adjustment also will going to be hacking. It means very risky for the kill people if they can control pacemaker and insulin adjustment. But this is capable. The other issue is company system bug. Beforehand, the car is not automated drive, so we don't have big issues of system itself. But now is the car is many function automated. So, for example, Ford F150 pickup truck software is coding is many steps coding. Tremendous coding. How much is it? Well, 150 million coding for this truck software. And every 2,000 lines, they have one bag. It means so many bags. But beforehand, they didn't have problem for the car driving. But now is we're going to start to consider for automated driving. And this case is coding bug will impact for the car, big impact for the car. So another new threat for the accident. And this one shows the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. And this one we can consider why we consider SDGs, and we need to consider for the social contribution. What kind of social contribution we can make? Every company need to consider, and this connecting to your company's profit. So we can utilize this SDGs for the digital transformation. What is the innovation? C's will be in those goals. So I think remind many companies consider for SDGs. Well, American IT company and Chinese American company, GAFA plus M, Microsoft, and BAT, Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. So those companies so huge now. Only GAFA plus M is for past 2 years, their market capitalization doubling up to now is $8 trillion. Chinese GDP is $16 trillion, so half of those market capitalization they have. They double up past 2 years. It means next 2 years they might be doubling up. Is almost similar to Chinese GDP. And you can see how much money they're spending in 2018. This shows, amount. Amazon is. This shows Japanese yen, but just only one line. I roughly translate in US dollars. Amazon 2018 $32 billion US dollars. Alphabet and Google 24 billion US dollars. Apple 16 billion. Facebook 11 billion. Toyota 1 billion. Sony half billion. Hitachi 0.3 billion US dollars. So consider for amount, Japanese company or Asian company cannot compete American IT company. But I have one suggestion. Before World War II, Japan was defeated by their manufacturing capability. America had 10 times more than Japan. But why Japan defeated by America? Not manufacturing capability. They defeated by their strategy. So we need to consider the history, how we're going to compete against IT company in the States. This one is okay. Japan is very advantage technology and skills for car industry, but must be careful. Now with Google, they don't manufacturing engine, and but they are entrant into the car industry. Huawei also announced getting into the car industry now. So many companies get together using their money and power and technology into the new market. So only technology you cannot win. So what are you going to do? It means okay. Do we need is a remarkable strategy? No, I don't think so. We just need to consider based upon Japanese technology is still very ahead of the other countries. So based upon technology, but also you should have indefatigable spirit, also strong will to win, to execute, and also do you think about customer oriented instead of technology oriented? So you try to stick at workplace and IoT, AI, RPA is only their method and tools. You should understand what is the point, what is the problem, what is the issue of your client, of your customer. So you need to devote for those, work customer doing and get into those workplace to core issues. This is we need to consider it, not technology. And thoroughly, you try to research your competitor, and you should battle, and you should have belief you can win. Belief. It means you're working from 9 to 5 and 8 hours, and but you need to concentrate on like just I to explain you concentration, and you can forget time and place you devoting for what you're doing. This is very important. The company will success. So this is with belief you can win. Oh, this is my presentation today. I'm going to explain for you. Okay? Thank you very much for listening, watching.